Hey guys, so I just wanted to show you guys what I made. I've been working on it, still got to add a few things to it. As you can see, I made my own armory, and I made my own box to put my knife collection in. As you can see, it says Brittany's Knife Collection. I tried to draw a dragon, but that came out horrible. Looks like a damn snake to me. So it says Brittany's Knife Collection. And I chose this box because it can fit my machete. Plus, you know, I thought that the design on the box actually looked pretty cool. It looked almost like a metal, almost. You know, when you go to like a bullet range, you see these little metal ridges on the wall, and it looks really interesting. So I decided to paint the box yellow and black, like, you know, make it look cool. Because, you know, when you go to bullet range places, they have like black and yellow everywhere, because that's what the military does half the time. They use those colors. So let's open this up. So what I did here was that I basically added some red paper onto the bottom of the box, and I chose red because red goes great with the color of the sheath. And, you know, red and black looks wonderful. You know, I was able to fit all my blades in here. Of course, some of them are in the safe on the other side of my room over there. But, those ones won't fit in here. Not even that. And yes, I do know that this claw is not sharp. It's low quality, even though it can still go through some things. Probably could still cut you, but not much. I know it is very low quality, and it is missing a skull piece on it because it broke off. But I still got it because it looks nice. I like the skull color and everything anyways. So, also, the red does go really beautiful with the knives, because, you know, when people get knives, it's in, like, a fancy-looking box, and it has, like, a cushion at the bottom, and I decided to add some red paper. So, as you can see, this is my dragon knife that is a gold color, and it shines very bright, and you can see this is what the blade looks like. And this is the Z Hunter blade here. This is the machete, what you guys seen, and this is the M-Tech, and this is the snake eye blade. So I was working on this over the weekend, and I made it the day before yesterday. And I'm gonna be having some tactical combat gloves coming in around February 21st, or maybe sooner, I hope. And I'm gonna be adding that to this box as well. A lot of you guys want to know as to why I'm into blades. It's because, you know, why not? You know, a lot of people have hobbies for different things, and I'm just into blades, and I'm into the military and, you know, the Army Force and all that, because basically my family, a lot of my family is from the military, and it's a tradition. It runs in the family. My aunt is from the Army. My uncle was a retired Navy veteran. He was in the Air Force. My father is a veteran. He was a soldier. And my cousin is from the Army as well. She works with the planes or something, whatever that means. And who else was from the Army? Oh yeah, my friend's mother, she's a veteran, and her brothers are Marines. And one of my friends, who I have not seen in a while, he's also in the Marines. He's been in training a lot, so I haven't seen him too often. So basically, a lot of my friends that I know are from the Army, or their family. Well, mainly a lot of my friends are. A lot of my friends' family is from the Army and used to be from the Army, and I only have one friend who actually is in the Army right now. Which, of course, I've known him for a very long time because when they were kids, me and my sister used to actually babysit them. Well, technically, mainly my sister did, but we, you know, sometimes they would come over and we'd watch them together. But, they're older now, so, he's in the Marines now. So yeah, that's why I'm into blades, and my dad, he collects blades too, so I started taking after him, and I started collecting blades as well, so I thought, you know, if my dad can get blades, why not? Why can't I get some? And of course, my dad is always questioning, like, oh, don't you have enough blades? You have so many blades already. I also do have a sword over there as well, but it's not a real actual sword. It's just made for display and stuff, so, but yeah, this is what it looks like. I'm not going to take the whole thing out, but it does look like this. Let's see if I could try to show you. Damn. Fucking box, man. Oops. I'm stuck there. Dana. Hold on a second. Okay. So this is what the sword casing looks like. It is not a real sword. Do not freak out. Be cool if it was though. The only thing that I say is extremely sharp on this thing is these little sharp spikes that are right here. Very, very sharp. The only problem that I have with this sword is not because it's not real. I don't really care. It's just that this case, the sword holding thing, it comes off too easy sometimes, and it gets stuck. What I do like about this sword is the design of the case and the fact that it has this thing here, and when you pull it out, it sounds real. It sounds like a real sword, so. Now, how can you tell if this is not real? I'll show you. You can see that it wiggled a bit. See that? So it's not real, not sharp at all. But it does look like a real sword. I also like that my reflection shows on here too. So now when you put it back in, kind of a bit of a challenge, but hopefully I will be getting a thing to hang my machete on. I'm probably going to hang it here. As for my sword, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put that yet because I hardly have any room right now. But I will not be... Excuse me. I will not be able to hang up my machete and my sword for a while because we have to repaint my room. This paint is so old, and I told my mother I do not like beige. I hate beige. But yeah, so let's put this back in the box. This was a pretty expensive sword. It was like around like $80-something, including tax. Ouch. I got this sword all the way in Chinatown. I literally was like looking all over for swords in that place. I literally went back to Chinatown twice to look for this damn sword. It was crazy. But yeah, so anyways, back to this. So when I do get me some more knives in the future, or more tactical gloves, tactical armory, and all this stuff, I'm gonna put it in here as long as it could fit. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. I can tell you is that the sharpest blade is probably this one, which is the M-Tech So, of course, I'm not going to take everything. Well, maybe I will. So, this blade is very heavy duty, as you can tell. The handle itself is made of aluminum. And it has a spike. Where is it? It has this thing right here. So this is extremely sharp, and you could really cut somebody's head with that. I also like that it has the military symbol here. It has like the eagle there. It almost looks like a freaking gun, you know, when it's folded like that. You can literally see that. It looks like a gun almost. It's pretty cool. And the blade is right here, I believe. So when you... Oh, no, here we go. So be very careful when you open this because, you know, you don't want to accidentally have the blade flip on your hand and cut you. That's why I always do it very slowly, and I make sure that my hands are not in the way. As you can see, it comes out like that. And it says here that it is made in the Marines. It says Marines, the few, the proud. And it says M-Tech right here. Yeah, M-Tech right there. So yeah, So it says USA designed, officially licensed by USMC. I'm guessing that's the company name. And it says Marines and all that on it. Then it has the name with the actual blade itself right there. It says M-Tech on it. Now this is a pain in the ass to close. Let me tell you, it really is. Because you have to, like, literally, you have to put your finger down and push it to the side because it will not close unless you do that. Oops, a little sticky there. Put too much glue when I did this. And here is the snake eye blade. It really does add up to its name, like the way it's shaped. So it's a snake eye right there. It's got little spikes there. And it's got a skull design. And it's got horns here. I know it's kind of hard to tell that they are skulls. But they really are skulls if you take a really good look at it. Now this blade is one of my favorites. Because of the way it looks. And also when you need to open a bottle of Jamaican soda. Or champagne. Or any alcoholic drink. These horns, believe it or not, if you were to put in, like, let me see if I can close it and show you what I mean. So I have to keep putting down my phone to close these damn things. So, like, say if I had a drink, I can just take the horn and just go like this and pop it open like that. So it's pretty cool. Maybe one of these days I'll show you guys when my parents are not home and I can actually do videos when they're not here. This is a blade that I recently got. This is this is called a dark side blade, which is a pretty strange name, but still kind of cool. They had these in colors of blue, gray, red, black, and gold. And this is the one I have, as you can see, is the gold one. You can completely see that. So this one is extremely sharp. I did cut myself one time with this blade because I did something stupid where I was throwing it in the air and I was trying to flip it to see if I can do that trick I did with the other knives, which I actually did with no issue. But this one, I actually stabbed my hand. You can see that little cut there. I stabbed my palm with that because when I flipped it, this part of the blade here, the point of the blade actually went and kind of cut my hand a little bit, but it was bleeding a little bit, but not that much. But this blade is very cool. It has a dragon design on the eye area, and I love the way the words look. The words look really cool. But this is a very sharp blade indeed. Oh goodness, why is this so hard to close? So yeah. Yeah, so this is the machete. I'm very disappointed though that, you know, I'm glad this has its own sheath, but the thing is, I wish that this had a little clip on it to put on your pants. So this is the machete. Very, very cool. It has a metal part on it. Well, of course, the whole thing's made of metal, but it has like a stripe of gray metal on it. So this is made of stainless steel. And you can see that it says right here, it says craft in China. So yeah, this does have a very, very sharp edge. And I could tell you is because when I ordered this thing was so incredibly sharp that when I went to open the package, technically it was ripped open because this machete came in, the way it was packaged is that this machete came in a plastic bag within a bag. And when I went to open it, this part of the blade, the point, actually ripped right through the whole entire packaging when I got to it. And when I took the thing out of the bag, it sliced the other part of the packaging in half. And it was crazy. So let's put this back in. Go. So yeah, oh, and I forgot to show you this one. This is a Z Hunter. So this is an old blade that I've had for a while. It's kind of worn out. Not the sharpness, it's still very sharp, trust me. Don't get me wrong there. It's just that the paint is worn out. Because I guess when I was cutting it, it kind of rubbed off some of the artwork, which is kind of sad. I really did like it. What I really like about this blade is the fact that it has a Predator scratch on it and it's in red. And the fact that it's really shiny. So yeah, and it says Z Hunter right on it. And I'm sure you guys know what Z Hunter means, zombie hunter blade, but they just call it Z Hunter. And it also has ridges on it. So yeah. So yeah, I have to say my most favorite out of all of the blades is the M-Tech. And I think my top 3, actually, you know what? Well, I actually like all of them. I mean, beforehand, when I got the M-Tech, I liked the M-Tech more than this one because it was actually a lot sharper. Now, this one is very sharp, don't get me wrong, but this one is even sharper because this thing cuts through wood and paper like it's nothing. And I like the machete, definitely love the machete. This blade, I love it too because it's nice and small and it's easy to carry. Now this might sound a little gory and creepy, but when I cut my hand by accident with one of these blades, I actually kind of feel happy because now I know how sharp and how much damage these can do to you. But yeah, so that's my knife collection. Just get this thing to close. Now, did this take a while to put together? No, it did not. I have my own ways of doing things, speeding up processes with art and stuff. I have an arts and crafts kit up there, as you can see, with paint in it. So yeah, I mean, it was actually quite easy. All I did was just paint over it with black and yellow, and then I just glued a lot of the paper inside the box, which you would think would take a while to do all that paper gluing, but it actually didn't. It was kind of tricky though, because even though I added so much glue, it was kind of sticky, and the paper was sticking to my finger, so I had to like try not to rip the paper, and plus the paper was sticking to each other. But yeah, so yeah, it was actually pretty quick. So I can show you the materials that I did use. Let me see if I can get this down without killing myself. Now, what might really surprise you is that these scissors, let me see if I could find them. Okay, so these scissors here are very sharp, and you can also tell by the sound. And it also has a laser on it. So I use this a lot in my crafting. Why does it have a laser? Because it helps guide you through cutting something. So you can see here, this is the paper that I use to glue the inside of the box with. Now, how I did that was I just basically took this glue here and I was going like this on the box to glue everything. So, it was tricky, but I managed to get it done. Sometimes this thing does not close all the way. Oh, come on. Oh. Okay. Oh, there we go. Sorry if my freaking hand is in the way, but I'm trying to put this on top. So that's it. That's all I have to show you guys. So, it's nice getting to post that video. Hopefully, I will be doing a video on the days that I'm off and my parents are not home. But it's been, I know I've been saying that for a while about that I was going to do a video. But, my mother has been sick and, she's been calling out sick from work a lot. And my dad, well, considering the government issues and the thing with Trump, a lot of jobs have been closed down. So my dad's been having a hard time working. But hopefully they will solve that problem soon and I can start doing videos outside. The reason why I do videos outside when my parents are not home is because my parents don't like when I go live or sometimes recording. Who the hell knows why? They're very, very strict. But when they're not home, I promise you I will do a video of me with all of my armory. Hopefully by the time this whole thing is solved, my tactical gloves will be in and I can show you the whole entire set when it's complete. It is not complete as of right now because, like I said, I have to wait for those gloves to come in. I'm getting these gloves also so that when I handle these weapons in my hand, I will not cut my hand so much. Anyways, like I said, enjoy the video, comment, subscribe to me. Really appreciate it.